Hey guys, I'm Callie Lewis.
And I'm John P.
We have a look at the Galaxy Note 8.0. Welcome to Geek Beat. This episode of Geek Beat is brought to you by Drobo. Okay, so John, first of all,
we're going to unbox the new Galaxy Note.
except we've already unboxed it and played with it, but we reboxed it so we can unbox it for you guys.
That's right.
But who's going to man the camera? It's a weekend and no one's here.
Okay, I'll do it.
Get over there.
All right.
All right. So first of all,
we're going handheld with this baby.
we are.
Okay,
raw.
here we go. Raw.
So this is the box for the Note 8. I actually really love it.
It's not
beautiful.
white.
It's not white like it normally is. Actually, you notice it is 100% post-consumer recycled paper.
With soy-based inks. Does that mean we can eat it? Nice. I don't think so.
try that.
I don't think so. Okay.
All right, let's get it unboxed.
All right. You
Of
open
course,
it up.
first of all, you see the beautiful Samsung Note with the white edge. Pull that out. All right, we're going to take a look at that in a second. Let's just finish the unboxing real quick. It continues the recycled theme. We, of course, have the charger.
That's a 2-amp charger, by the way.
You know what I do love about the Samsung chargers?
What?
This little USB port on the side.
You like it on the side?
Of course I do.
Well, also, you know, when we look at these chargers, the orientation of the plugs it affects, like, how you have other
Yes.
things plugged into your wall outlet.
Exactly.
So this one's nice because it's really kind of thin.
Yep.
So
And then we just have some reading materials here, and that's about it. So, beautiful box, simplicity. All right, let's take a look at the device itself. So, this is a 1.6 gigahertz quad-core processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM. It's beautifully thin. I mean, it's lightweight. It feels good in your hands.
I have an idea.
Now, okay.
let's compare it
All right.
to the iPad mini.
Okay.
It's funny because from back here, like if I hold this camera back a little
Your
bit.
reflection.
No, not at the moment. But if I hold it back here, you basically couldn't tell which was which except for the Samsung thing up here. But the sizes are really very similar, except you can see, hold it right there, Callie. You can see that the Samsung screen is a little taller.
Yeah.
So it's on both ends, it's bigger, but hold it the other way. It's also just a little narrower than the iPad mini. But one thing I'll tell you about that screen is when we turn it, let's turn them both on.
Okay.
When we turn them both on, the Samsung screen, to me, I think has a definite edge on brightness and readability.
There we go.
So let's see if I can do it without them.
Yes, it does look. It looks very, very good. The readability. You don't want to show your calendar.
There we go. Even from right here, you can see, for example, the words for the names are very small. I mean, from here I can read gallery, Dropbox, Play Store. Over here, I'm having a hard time. So
That's
they're
'cause you're old, John.
Oh yeah, I'm old. That's true. That's true. But
now also, it is a
thickness.
little thicker than the iPad Mini.
can we lay them both down? Let's
Yeah.
lay them both down here.
Like here.
Yeah, right there.
All right.
Just like that. Okay. We have a hair on the table. That
Nice.
is not good at all.
It was yours, I believe.
It was not mine.
All right, so yeah, you can see it's just slightly thicker.
It's so slight I can't
But to be
hardly
honest,
get it with the
when
camera.
I picked it up for the first time out of the box, I thought this is really thin. So it wasn't. You don't feel like it's a thick device.
No.
All right, the camera itself.
Oh, that's a big difference.
If we're gonna,
Yeah, here, let's
do you want to show what you already did?
I will show. Here, take this
All
for a
right,
second.
I'm gonna
Take
show-
that for a second. Now, I'm going to have to splice these in for you guys so you can see the actual photo. But I've got a picture I took in my living room in the dark. And this is where
So
we're
that's
gonna,
the iPad Mini
I
and he's
took the
getting it up
same one.
on
okay.
the Galaxy Note.
Let me, come on, turn. Oh, I think I turned off the... This is one thing I really, if we're comparing the two, I really like this about Android versus iOS.
Indeed.
I have screen rotation turned off, so all I have to do is hit that button and then push that away, and we're done. If I want to turn on screen rotation with this, I have to switch a button. Where did the button go? Oh, well, it's that button right there. You got to switch that. But what's even worse is, let's say the brightness wasn't turned up as well. On this one, for brightness, I can just do this, and I can adjust the brightness here.
Yeah.
Okay, but on this one, I have to drop out of this image, I have to double tap here, go to settings, dig through a menu to change the brightness. That sucks about iOS. Anyway, back to the picture.
Side rant.
Yeah, back to the picture. I don't know, can you see?
You're going to have to take it because I'm getting light reflection.
Yeah, that's okay. So this one is from the Galaxy Note. This one is from the iPad. Now, watch me. I'm going to zoom in a little here.
You can see the graininess.
Yeah, you see that grainy, pixely stuff?
But here,
do the same thing.
You can
much
clearly
sharper.
see the details of the smaller.
Yeah, let's look for example at these books down here. Oh wow, you can zoom in a lot more too. Holy mother. You can't even do that over here.
Yeah, we hit a stopping point here.
Yeah, that's all you can do. But you see the graininess there, and here it's just not so grainy. So I mean,
so it is definitely a better camera. But it's the same camera essentially that we had in, the Note or the Galaxy Tab.
This
one.
That's the 10-inch Tab 2.2, 10-inch Tab 2. That camera is just as good as this one.
Yep.
In fact, I think some of the older devices had a wider angle camera too.
I think they did too.
But anyway,
I haven't confirmed that, but it seems like it. All right, so charging this device.
Ah, yes.
The iPad away. Unfortunately, charging the device does not actually work on most laptops that
Can I rant about it?
Go for it.
Okay, I want to rant about it.
We're switching cameras again here.
Okay, guys, here's the thing. It comes with this 2-amp charger. It comes with this cable. By the way, the cable it comes with is really long, which is nice, but kind of unnecessary.
I can't even see that in camera.
I know, it's kind of unnecessarily long. But here's what bothers me. When I travel with my tablet, whichever one, we have all kinds of tablets. When I travel with it, what I need to do is I need to leave the charger for it at home because I've got my laptop. It has USB ports on it. This has a micro USB that plugs into the bottom here. So you would expect, because there's USB on the other end, I could just plug it into any USB device and it would work. Guess what? We tried this on our MacBook Air, MacBook Pros, Windows laptops, Mac Pro desktop. None of them would charge this device. It just shows up and it says something like found media device. But here's the weird thing. Callie has a 27-inch Apple monitor. Tried it on the USB port there. Same problem. Will not charge. I have the 27-inch Thunderbolt monitor. Plugged it in there. Works. So, we plugged it into almost every USB device we have, and the only one that would charge it was the Apple Thunderbolt monitor. I don't know why.
I don't know why. That's a little
Here's
weird.
what I'm guessing is going on. I'm guessing that this thing really wants a full 2-amp charge, or it just won't take anything at all. It won't take a half-amp or a 1-amp charge. Because I also tried it with a battery that has both 1-amp and 2-amp outputs on it. It has 2 USB ports. On the 1-amp, it wouldn't work.
On the 2-amp,
on the 2-amp, it did work.
Nice.
So that is not something that happens with this iOS device. This will charge wherever. It just charges slower sometimes as opposed to others. So that's my rant. I guess if you're going to travel with this and you carry a 2-amp battery backup with you, or you're willing to carry this with you and plug it in, you're fine. But that is really, really limiting.
Yeah, the usability on that. All right, so we are going... Okay. Actually, I think it's time to break for commercial.
Oh.
And then we're going to come back and talk about our apps and usability on the Note 2. The good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty, whatever. So get your butt on over here,
Can
John.
we talk about Drobo?
Actually, I want to invite you guys to talk to us
about Drobo.
So this Friday on our live show, we're going to have a couple of you join us on Skype to talk about your Drobo love. Tell us your stories, all that good stuff.
Whatever you love about Drobo, send us your story. You could tweet us, or you could Google Plus us, or email us.
Just use the hashtag DroboLove to let us know that you want to join in on the fun and the conversation, and we'll be in touch.
I have something different to talk about.
Okay.
You know Plex. We like to run Plex to serve all of our movies and media and stuff.
Yeah, use that at home.
At home, we generally use it running on a Mac Mini. So it has a computer. If you guys haven't tried Plex, go to plexapp.com. It is a free media server.
It's great.
You load all your movies, all your music and stuff on a computer, and then Plex indexes all that, and it makes it available through an app on Android. Doesn't matter. Now,
and the interface kind of looks like you're used to with Netflix or Hulu Plus or anything like that.
It's very slick. It's unbelievably professional, especially considering it's free.
Yeah.
Except the apps for iOS and Android are like $5.
Oh, okay.
But it's worth it, okay? Now, here's the thing. Like I said, I usually run it on my Mac Mini. They're coming out with an app for Drobo.
Score!
For the 5N. So, you know, I love the 5N because it's a little network-based storage device, but that thing actually has a lot of processing power, and so they're making the Plex app to run directly on the 5N, which means you can get rid of all the other computers in your network, and it's due out in the next few weeks.
And by the way, he's telling you guys this first, so I didn't even hear about it yet.
I'm telling you now.
No fair!
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Very cool.
All right.
All right, back to the Note 8 review. John's going to go get the camera again. So we have some cool apps on the Note 8. So one thing that I love about my Galaxy Note 2, the phone that I use on a daily basis, is the S Note functionality.
It's the pen
and
function.
the S Pen.
Yeah.
So this is a little thicker and longer than the Note 2 pen, but you pull it out and you can do all sorts of stuff with the S Note. You can write, you can say hi to yourself, leave yourself grocery lists, but you can also, with the Note 8, it has some additional functionality. Using the S Pen and Polaris, you're going to be able to clip text and images from, say, if you're in email, you can, clip a picture and throw it into a presentation that you're working on.
You love that pen functionality.
I love the pen functionality.
You know what's funny?
You guys know I love pens and pencils just in general.
I've literally never used the pen in my Note.
Really?
Look at her eyes. She can't even believe it. I've never even pulled it out. I forget it's even there.
On a daily basis. I mean, I love pens when I have a pen that is made entirely out of paper from the Hoshinoya Resort in Okinawa.
Yeah.
That I use. Anyway, so you also have some cool integration with native apps, like with your calendar. So if you're in email, I can't show it to you right this second, sorry. Okay. But if you're in email and you have a calendar appointment that you're talking about, you can basically send that to your calendar. Or you can handwrite on the calendar and it'll create the text version of your calendar appointment. Now, the downside of this is that it only works with native apps. So if you use the Gmail app, for instance, or the Gmail calendar, it's not going to work with those. So if you're using the native stuff, then it's great functionality.
That's
for
cool,
business
but
users.
why not just use voice recognition to put your things in there? Because that's what I do.
Well, you can do that too.
I hit the microphone button.
But if you're like me and love the pen.
You do love the pen. Okay.
You also have multi-window, which is really cool. The multi-window functionality is fantastic. But again, only native apps. You can't send, it only is a certain limited number of apps that you can use it with.
You can't do like your favorite game and Gmail, for example.
Correct. You can only use the certain apps.
How about
that it
Swipe?
works with. Doesn't have Swipe.
I know, that was a loaded question.
That really was a loaded question.
Yeah, that really...
I love Swipe, and the Note 8, or I'm sorry, yeah, the Note 8 does not have Swipe, which is a very big downside.
However, I think you can go to the website where Swipe, I think you can go to like, what is it, swipe.com, and you can get like a beta version.
Download a beta version, but you shouldn't have to do that in my opinion.
I agree, and it doesn't work as well as the built-in.
Yeah. So one of the other functionality that this has is the Watch On app, which is supposed to give you a lot of functionality between your TV and this tablet for second screen viewing. You can essentially pull in videos, between the different devices.
Or like you could be watching YouTube here and throw a video onto
Right.
your TV, assuming that it's probably a Samsung TV, I guess.
Well, actually, when you look at the setup, it says, do you have a Vizio? Do you have a Samsung? Do you have whatever
But that's just for the
devices?
remote
That's just for the
control.
remote. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we were not able to get that app working at all. So we had trouble with that. This is a pre-release device, so
That's right. They're not out yet.
I can't say that it won't work for you. Hopefully, they'll fix that before they start shipping it to you.
I think they're going to need a software update or something, because here's what happened. If you look at this device, it has a little infrared port right here,
Yep.
which is awesome, because the intention is you sit here and you're watching TV and you've got your little tablet laying beside you. You pull it up and they talk about something and you look it up on Wikipedia while you're doing
Right.
this second screen thing. And then let's say you want to pause your DVR. You could hit pause right here and the IR blaster
Yep.
changes the DVR. Or let's say you're done watching, you hit off and it turns off all your TV and everything with that. That didn't work on any device for us. So I'm assuming the hardware is okay, but the software, because it's pre-release, is not functional yet. We tried it on Samsung TVs, Vizio. We tried it on Sharp, Samsung, Vizio. We tried it on a lot of TVs. No function worked anywhere. So it's got to be because we don't have a pre-release version. So I would imagine, since that's one of the big things they're touting, that it's going to be fixed soon. Anyway, do we have any other big stuff to talk about?
Not really that. I think that's a good overview. You have anything else?
The only thing that I would like to say is, I think it's
There I am.
Nice. Here's your reflection, filming me. It's a great device. I think the size is good. Let me see. I'm going to do the pocket test. All right, so it fits in the back pocket.
Butt shot.
Don't sit on it. You'll break it probably.
It will not fit in my back pocket, though.
It won't, but for guys, what that means, if it fits in a back pocket, then that means it would also generally fit. There you go, butt shot. There's the iPad mini and the Samsung Galaxy.
That's funny.
If it fits in a back pocket, that usually means it will fit inside a jacket pocket. That's why I like to test that. Jacket pocket is important. If you're looking for an Android tablet instead of an iOS tablet, this is a fantastic choice.
Yep.
The added functionality of the pen.
You pulled out the S Pen.
I know, especially, I'm going to say this, especially in a work environment.
Yes.
To be able to take notes this way in a quiet room as opposed to typing and stuff, the ability to sketch things out and send them to people, and the fact that Samsung has, you can look it up, but they have some security functionality that is good for businesses, makes this a fantastic choice. What you have to decide on is whether you want to go Samsung or Nexus. That one we have not compared yet, so that'll be our next comparison. Is we want to look at those two and check out performance and all that. This would be a slightly bigger screen with some added Samsung goodness. Who knows if it'll win? So that's it for this unboxing / first look at the Note 8, and we will be back with more of these things for you guys. Stay tuned.
Indeed.
Stay tuned to youtube.com/GeekBeat TV.
And give us a thumbs up too if you got them.
Bye, guys.
Bye.